Hello, and welcome to another exciting edition of Hidden in the Universal Vault. I'm Ron, your host, and this is a movie I just finished up a couple hours. So, this is a movie that I have not seen this movie since it came out. This is based on a beloved children's tale, but I figured, you know what? Since it is Columbia Pictures 100 years, we're taking a look at a movie from Universal Pictures in conjunction with Columbia Pictures and Revolutionary Studios. This is the only time that Universal will collab with Revolutionary Studios to give us Peter Pan from 2004, or Peter Pan '04. I do believe it was '04. No, wait, I'm sorry, '03. This is 2003 movie. Yeah, Peter Pan '03. So yeah, this movie, I'm gonna run down the cast of this. This movie stars Jason Isaac, Jeremy Stumpter. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Richard Brares, Olivia Williams, Lynn Redgrave, and Levine Sagnetta. I'm sorry, I'm butchering that wrong. Who plays Tinkerbell, or Tink as it's credited here. Now this is an interesting movie, and I'll kind of run down why I think this is interesting. This is another version of the Peter Pan story. We had the Walt Disney version. That was from 1951. We have a modernized version with Steven Spielberg's Hook, and now in 2003 we got this. So we had the Disney classic, TriStar, and TriStar's main company, Columbia, to do another version of this story. So I hope I explained it the best I can. So let's talk about this movie. Now, I actually have not seen this since, I believe it was 2003. No way. 2004, because the DVD came out in 2004. We actually watched this in early high school. Actually, in school, we watched this. So let's run down this movie. But I'm sure everybody knows the story of Peter Pan. It's based on the beloved children's story by J.M. Barrie. Now, out of all three versions, I think this version right here is more accurate to the original source. Now, I never read Peter Pan. I'm going by the Disney version. Now, the Disney version is a timeless classic, and that I can recommend to anybody. I wasn't a fan of Hook. That was Robin Williams, Dustin Hoffman, and Bob Hoskins in Steven Spielberg's Hook. I wasn't a fan of what they did. That version of me was more modernized, but going back to Neverland. So that story was more or less if Peter Pan was set in the 1990s. I wasn't a fan of it. It was just average. This, I was pleasantly surprised. Now, I wasn't a fan of this when it came out back in the day because, honestly, this movie was trying to copy the Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean. It was trying to be their version of Pirates. But after watching this movie, I was pleasantly shocked. I don't know why I had to wait. I waited this long. So I haven't seen it since 2003, but looking at it in 2024, I think this movie's a ton of fun. Now, I'm going to run the best of this story. I'm going to run the plot to this. But if you know the plot to all versions of Peter Pan, you know what it is. It's about the little boy that can't grow up. Wendy meets up with Peter Pan and heads off to Neverland. I'm going to run this really quick because you already know the whole story, guys. I don't really need to tell what the plot is, but I'm going to tell you differences between this. So, he goes up, Pan fights Captain Hook, Wendy meets the Lost Boys, they have her brothers go along and they're flying. I'm going to talk about the visual effects because, honestly, the visual effects is what... Sorry if I have a little bit of sore throat. Sore throat right now, so I do apologize. So, basically, Peter Pan, they go to Neverland, they fight Captain Hook. They fight on the ship. They encounter Lost Boys and Tiger Lily and all that stuff. So that's the gist of the plot to Peter Pan. Again, you all know the whole story, so I don't really need... There's nothing new, but what's new I want to talk about. Let's talk about comparing differences. This version is a lot more dark, and what I mean by a lot more dark is the fact that this one, the visuals are incredible. Though the difference this and... I'm going to put that down right here. The difference in that version, in this version, is we get more of Wendy's parents. Wendy and her brothers, John, Michael, I think. I might be missing the other one. So you also get the dog, Nana. So basically, the visual effects are incredible. I want to get the visual effects. They're the standout in this movie. I love a lot of the colors. It almost feels like they took the original cartoon from like the Disney version, but make it more live action-y, I should say. As I said, now Hook, if we compare to Hook, to be honest, just felt a little too childish. Again, as I said before, I'm not a fan of Hook. I don't think it's that... Honestly, I'm going to tell you, it's just average. This movie, basically, this is what Hook should have been about. Now, I know it's more closer to the story than something like Hook, as I said again, but I felt Columbia did a better job than what TriStar's 1991 film did. But it's just so good. It's a ton of fun. There's a lot of funny moments. They use the Wilhelm sound in this movie. And there's one scene where the alligator shows, he's like, huh? Ah! And he falls in the water, which is absolutely cheesy. So it has a very 90s feel. One of the pirates falls off, and you can hear the Wilhelm sound like, ah! Now, Beethoven's second did that before. It's a famous sound effect that's been around since the 50s. But that I did like. Let's get over the one negative I have with this movie. I actually think the cast is incredible. The one low negative is Tinkerbell. She is more obnoxious. She is more annoying than Julia Roberts in the Tinkerbell role. The Disney Tinkerbell will always be the best. Hook's Tinkerbell had dialogue. Wasn't terrible, just didn't work. Here, she has that chipmunk-ish, squeaky mouse chipmunk voice. It essentially nails on a chalkboard, essentially. I'm sitting there, oh my God, shut up. Shut up. I really, honestly, when they said I do believe in fairies, I really wanted her to just be like that, and I could care less. Just like that, snap of finger. Jason Isaacs' portrayal Hook, though, he's trying to model Johnny Depp's Captain Jack Sparrow. I think he was good in this, as I said before. The cast is solid. This is interesting because the actor who plays Pan is the only American in an all-British cast. The whole entire cast is all British. Jason Isaac, Lynn Redgrave, Olivia Williams, the guy who plays Smeeze. I actually think he's better than Bob Hoskins' portrayal of Smee. But either version, whether it's the Disney or this, they're both good regardless. So I actually think this is a fun movie. It's surprisingly better than Hook, but if you're like me and you weren't a fan of Hook, definitely check this one out. It's not much a review because, again, as I said, many people will know the story of Peter Pan. But if you have never seen Peter Pan, nor seen the Disney version, and you want to start off with this, give this one a watch. Don't sleep on this, guys. It is a ton of fun. I actually think the visuals are so good. Like, there's a lot of, like, blues and greens and tons of pinks. I will say some of the pirates were a little bit odd. I do like, in fact, in this, we get more of a backstory with the parents. In fact, the parents were just, in the original Disney classic, the parents were just, they were done. Also, the scene where they take Nana outside, That was in the original Disney version. They pull Nana out there because he's being punished. This time, Nana heads into different places, into like a banquet, post office. So the dog Nana is more of the is actually more of the character. Here in the original Disney version, it wasn't snowing. In this version, it's snowing, so he really punished the dog for what the dog did. In the Disney version, the owner, their father, apologizes to Nana and says, "I'm sorry." In this, he just flat out punished the dog. Though the dog doesn't fly in this one, which I thought in the original Disney classic was unnecessary, but still, I think this is a ton of fun. This is definitely a keeper, but I had a ton of fun with Peter Pan '03. I can recommend this. If you've never seen any version of Peter Pan, which I'm sure everybody has seen all the versions, this movie is a solid watch. But if you want more of that experience, this one supposedly is close to it. I want to talk about the alternate ending before I actually go ahead and close out the video and give you my rating. There is an alternate ending in the movie where it actually shows Wendy all grown up. And Pan cries and doesn't want to accept it. There was a sequel in 2002 called Return to Neverland, which focused on Wendy's daughter. Supposedly that was going to be in the original Disney version, but was left out. Here, it's just an alternate ending, which the alternate ending is kind of weird to watch. You can actually see a lot of the Pauls. You can see a lot of like the crew and Pauls. You actually can see a lot of like the camera and stuff like that. So the alternate ending doesn't look great. In fact, they use a ton of blue screen in this when they talk about Jane, Wendy's daughter. But I think that's really about it, though, that I'm going to mention about this. So if you want to check the alternate ending, you can definitely check this out. I forgot to mention, I think I did mention this before, but it's actually directed by P.J. Hogan. This director directed the movie Muriel's Wedding from 1994. So that's the only other movie that P.J. Hogan directed. I actually, like I said, this is a fun movie. I was surprised I didn't have this in the collection. And like I said, I have not seen this since the DVD came out. I thought I saw it in theaters, but I didn't. I only saw it on DVD. Like I said, I watched this in high school on DVD, and I kind of was bored. Then I look at it in 2024, and yeah, this movie is a ton of fun. Don't sleep on this version, guys. Definitely give this one a watch. So, yeah, I think I already mentioned about it. It's not much of a review because, again, everybody knows the Peter Pan story, the beloved classic. So, let's go ahead and rate it. Surprisingly, I'm going to give Peter Pan '03 a 4 out of 5. The reason for that is because though I think Tinkerbell drove me nuts, the first half kind of started out very slow. I thought, okay guys, pick up the pace. Also, when they get right into them flying is just incredible. The visual effects is the reason why I'm bumping it up to a 4 out of 5. But with that said, if you've already seen this movie, just watch this movie, guys. I don't really need to explain much about it. Just please watch this movie. It's a ton of fun. It might frighten some children. I forgot to tell that the ending climax with the crocodile. That crocodile is even more creepy. Though this movie could have easily got a PG-13, because I feel some of the stuff might be a little frightening for smaller children. I mean, it is PG, so it's not too not really offensive, but I think like 10, 11, 12-year-olds might like this, but somebody who's like 4, 5, 6, and 7 might get a little bit scared with the crocodiles. Like the final fight with Hook with the crocodiles, where he's fighting and he says, "I'm done." He literally gets eaten by a crocodile. Literally just eaten, and it's just, wow. Holy crap, that is just crazy. But, like I said, definitely give this one a watch. You definitely don't sleep on this, guys. It's definitely a sleeper in my opinion. So, sorry guys, it's not much of a review, but it's the best I can do. So, that is the review of Peter Pan 03. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you do like the content of the channel, you can head over to my channel. Check out what I have on there. Check it out. Click the subscribe button. Like, comment, ring the bell to get all my video notifications. I'm also on Letterboxd, guys, so you guys can check me out as well. I rate the movies before I do the reviews. And yeah, just go check me out there. Let me know what you guys think of Peter Pan 03, though. So, yeah. So, definitely, like I said, don't sleep on this, guys. Definitely check this one out. So, yeah. And as always, keep watching those Universal movies, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.